The FIFA World Cup, the greatest show on earth. Every 4 years, the world unites to watch nations battle for glory on the pitch. It's more than a game. It's a global obsession, a festival of passion, drama, and national pride. Fans travel thousands of miles, paint their faces, and sing anthems with strangers who become friends for a month. The build-up is electric years of qualifiers, endless speculation, and the hope that this time, your team will make history. For the host nation, it's a chance to shine on the world stage, to show off new stadiums and vibrant cities. The pride is enormous, the pressure even bigger. The 2026 World Cup was set to be North America's moment, a three-nation celebration led by the USA, with Canada and Mexico joining the party. The United States, with its massive stadiums and even bigger ambitions, was set to host the final. Excitement was building, plans were drawn, and countdown clocks ticked away in city squares. It was supposed to be a testament to unity and cross-border cooperation. A beautiful, commercialized dream. What could possibly go wrong? As it turns out, just about everything. The stage was set for a story no one saw coming. The US wasn't just preparing for a tournament, it was preparing for an economic windfall. Cities coast to coast poured billions into stadium upgrades, airport expansions, and fan zones. Hotels were booked solid, restaurants rolled out special menus, and businesses geared up for a tidal wave of tourists. The American dream, supersized and sponsored, was in full swing. Infrastructure projects transformed cities, public transport was overhauled, and security plans rivaled a Hollywood blockbuster. The pride was palpable. After losing the 2022 bid, hosting 2026 felt like redemption. America was ready to show the world how to throw the ultimate soccer party. The media buzzed, fans were ecstatic, and politicians lined up for photo ops. The narrative was set. This was soccer's true arrival in the USA. Invitations sent, champagne on ice, just waiting for the world to show up. Billions in revenue, tens of thousands of jobs, and a tourism boom were all but guaranteed. The only thing left? Kickoff. But beneath the surface, not everything was as seamless as it seemed. The stakes were sky high, and the pressure was mounting. America was all in. And then, the unthinkable happened. Then, out of nowhere, disaster struck. FIFA called an emergency press conference and dropped a bombshell. All US matches were being relocated. No warning, no debate, just a cold corporate statement. 60 games, including the final, were moving north to Canada. US cities went from planning a global party to facing empty stadiums and budget black holes. Organizing committees disbanded overnight. Volunteers dismissed. Broadcasters left scrambling. It was a total collapse, like planning a wedding for years, only to have the venue cancel at the last minute. The American World Cup dream was dead, and FIFA hadn't even sent flowers. Fans were gutted. Tickets, flights, and vacation plans evaporated. The anger and confusion were immense. How could this happen to the world's most powerful nation? FIFA offered few answers. The plug was pulled, and America was left in the dark. FIFA's official reason: logistical guarantees and security frameworks. It sounded plausible, but few believed it. The US hosts the Super Bowl every year. Logistics weren't the real issue. The whispers pointed to something else: immigration. For months, federations worried about strict US visa policies. Would players, officials, and fans from every nation be allowed in? Leaked FIFA memos revealed the truth. FIFA wanted a blanket guarantee that anyone with a ticket and passport could enter. The US refused, insisting on standard visa procedures for everyone. No exceptions. This was the breaking point. FIFA's business model relies on the free movement of fans and teams. Without it, the World Cup isn't truly global. The memos showed mounting frustration, ending with a warning: no guarantees, no World Cup. The US called FIFA's bluff. FIFA wasn't bluffing. The official story was logistics. The real story was a political standoff. America lost. The world's biggest sporting event slipped away over a single stubborn policy, and the fallout was just beginning. The economic fallout was immediate and brutal. Billions vanished overnight. Stadium upgrades, infrastructure, and marketing became sunk costs. Cities faced budget crises, businesses suffered, and hotels saw years of bookings disappear. Restaurants laid off staff, and small businesses built around the World Cup were wiped out. It was a harsh lesson in the risks of betting everything on a single event. But the pain wasn't just financial, it was emotional. America, used to being the center of the universe, was told it wasn't good enough. Anger flared at FIFA, at the government, and at the lost opportunity. For fans, it was a stolen dream, a chance to share their passion on home soil, gone. US players were heartbroken, their once-in-a-lifetime moment snatched away. The biggest stage in their sport was coming to their continent, but they'd been kicked out of their own house. The disappointment was raw and public. The World Cup windfall had turned into a national hangover. America was left to pick up the pieces, and the world moved on. While America reeled, Canada scrambled into action. Suddenly, a country prepping for 10 games was asked to host 70, including the final. With just over a year to prepare, Canada faced a logistical mountain. The government mobilized, cities expanded their roles, and a sense of unity took hold. Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, and Edmonton all stepped up. The challenge was enormous. More stadiums, more security, more fans. But the excitement was real. Canada was ready to prove itself. This was more than a soccer tournament. It was a chance to step out of America's shadow. The risks were huge, but so was the pride. Could they pull it off without going broke? The press buzzed with nervous optimism. For the first time, the world was watching Canada as the main event. The quiet neighbor to the north was about to get very loud. The countdown was on. The world's eyes turned north. The world's reaction? Chaos. In the US, it was seen as a national insult. Politicians and pundits united in outrage. Around the globe, reactions were mixed. Some footballing nations smirked, saying the US was never serious about soccer. Others, especially in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East, applauded FIFA's stand for inclusivity. For them, it was about respect. No fan should be excluded because of nationality. Experts were divided. Was FIFA protecting the World Cup's integrity or playing politics? Some called it a necessary stand. Others saw it as overreach. The debate raged, hero or villain. There was no easy answer. The only certainty? The World Cup would never be the same. The world watched and wondered what would come next. The 2026 fiasco shattered the myth that sports and politics are separate. FIFA's decision was a clear case of politics dictating sport. The line between the two was erased. Now, hosting a mega event means meeting political demands, not just building stadiums. The power dynamic has shifted. Sporting bodies are making sovereign demands. Will strict visa laws or human rights records now disqualify hosts? FIFA's move opened the door to accusations of hypocrisy and double standards. The bidding process is now a political negotiation. Can a nation control its borders and still host the world? The answer, at least for FIFA, is no. Politics has kicked down the door and taken a seat at the table. On the eve of a World Cup like no other, Canada stands in the spotlight. If they succeed, it will be a legendary feat, a new chapter in their national story. For the US, it's a moment of bitter reflection and a lesson in humility. The loss is a self-inflicted wound, a reminder that even superpowers face consequences. Was it worth it? Was a rigid policy worth losing the world's biggest sporting event? FIFA made a stand for inclusivity, but punished millions of fans and sparked global debate. The 2026 World Cup will be remembered for the drama off the pitch as much as on it. It's a cautionary tale about pride, power, and the cost of drawing lines in the sand. As the world turns its eyes to Canada, one question lingers. In the high-stakes game between politics and sport, who really wins? And more importantly, who loses? The beautiful game just got a lot more complicated, and the world will be watching.